Okay, we are, yes, I think it's working now. The chat is working. I got a message on the screen now that there is, the chat is up. I don't know what happened, but hopefully it works this time. So for those of you who, yes, hi Trish, now it's working. Third attempt, now it's working. Um, Third time charm. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I changed the title. Hi there, everyone is here. Milton, hi there. I changed the title. Maybe the title I chose was too nasty for YouTube, so that they wouldn't allow the chat to be open. I don't know. Hi there, Tony. Karma got you on that title. I don't know. Yes. So yes, I think Steve. Yes, we could. The image and the video was working, but the chat was not. Hi there, Steve. Hello again. I couldn't see the chat, so I had to restart it. Now it's working. Okay, I won't repeat too much. I'll just have to because I deleted the other two. So yes, uh, yes, I can read the comments now. Um, so okay, I will just quickly repeat. I'm sorry if you have to hear it again. I'll just have to. I'll repeat what I'm going to talk about, what I was saying, and so on, and I'll do it as quickly as possible. So there is there is hunting season now locally, and it will last until Christmas. Now, a few days ago, I was walking along a field here. It's very close to the houses. It's like 100 meters, less than 100 meters from the houses. But there were hunters there, um, with their camouflage garments on. Uh, you know, sons of the wilderness. They were sitting there on their fat asses, and I said a nasty word. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was a message to YouTube, and I now and I was seeing them, of course, and I walked. So I've decided. Um, so I walked in the middle of the field, and I walked past one of them, and when I just had walked past him, and he was signaling to me in a very arrogant way, he shot twice, fired his gun twice. Yeah, and that was a real loud ass that was sitting there, lazy guy. So I'm not holding back now because I'll tell you what, the arrogance is, they need to feel some resistance, these people. So he was a big, no, he's not a big guy, but he felt big with his gun. Oh, tough guy. He had a gun. Oh, he could scare me. You know, tough guy with a gun, and he shot twice. Of course, I get scared when people shoot right behind me just for fun. Of course, what he thinks is that all people will react when they get scared, just walking or running away. I can't guarantee if people shoot just right behind me just for fun, just to scare me, I will be scared. But the thing is, I can't guarantee next time if that happens again. I don't know what I'll do. You know, some people react in different ways when they get scared, and we're not talking about just a practical joke. Shooting is serious, so I can't guarantee for my reaction if that happens again. Just saying, I mean, it's not something. Yeah, just saying that. Okay, so I decided to move to another area, and I know some people here, good people. They have a rescue center for animals on their farm, and they nice people. And so I'm going to film the videos there on their land until Christmas, until hunting season is over. And that was yesterday. I must have walked a little bit outside of their land, and this old guy came walking up to me. Um, and he was inquiring about what I was doing there and so on. And apparently I had walked into his land. And he was kind of okay, nice in his own way, I guess, to start with. And I said, I'm filming here because they shot up, I told him about what happened. So he said, I mean, I don't know, maybe he was a bit senile or something. He said, I've never heard about that before. And I told him, well, you're hearing about it now, aren't you? And he just said, well, I never heard about that before. And I said, well, I'm telling you, this is what happened. And it just repeated, it just said the same. And, that was it. So he's one of those, yeah, I won't get into details there. But the thing is, now, I have actually a lot of respect for proper hunters. Okay, I eat meat, and I would hunt myself. If it, my personality, I'm a very emotional person, so I wouldn't enjoy hunting, but I would hunt because I eat meat, and I would probably do it if I had to, or I would certainly do it if I had to. So I'm not against hunting, and I have a lot of respect for hunters who are responsible. Keep in mind, the key word here is responsible, and I refuse to let the local boys who are now gathering up on the field here to define what the responsible hunting means. Because if you ask them, are you responsible? Are you a responsible hunters? Are you a responsible hunter? They would say yes, but they clearly are not. So hunting for me is when you walk into the woods or into the hill, into mountains, and you track, and you get a clear view of the animal, and you know which animal in that group of animals that you are killing. And by the way, I don't like using the word harvesting. They always say that. In Norway now, they never say kill, they say that we harvest. No, you harvest a potato. You not harvest a moose. You kill a moose. Sounds much more pretty when they say we harvest the nature. No, that's not what you're doing. You're killing an animal. So let me move on. These people who sit up here, they've walked a maximum of 100 meters from their car. They sit up there. They don't move. They have dogs who chase the roe deer and the moose out of the woods into the field, and then they shoot. That disgusts me. It's slaughter. It's not hunting, it's slaughter. And these guys, I know these guys because some of them are parents to friends of my kids. So they are not the sharpest knives in the drawer. You know, I don't know if that's a Norwegian expression. You know, my impression is that they're not the most reflected people. Okay, to put it mildly, you know. And by the way, I'm seeing your messages, and I'm going to scroll up and go through them quite quickly. I just wanted to go dull knives. Yes, that's what they are. I just want to get through this rant here. So this old guy who came up to me out in the woods. No, I talked to the landowner, the good guy, the good guy, and he said that he had talked with someone, and they were the people the hunting teams here, those people who own the land where they are hunting, they already knew about the incident. But where I was, you know, the warning shots fired at me. I am quite certain that the version that they got was totally different. Now, I'm kind of a big guy, and I'm a little bit. I am surprised of the arrogance because, you know, again, if you shoot warning shots at someone, you have to expect some reaction, you know. And I don't want to say this live here on YouTube, but the next time I won't be. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't think these guys will be. I don't think these guys will. Any of them have the courage to fire at me, to you know, to hit me with the intention of hitting me. So, but that is their only option. If they fire warning shots at me again, that's what they have to do to prevent what's coming, you know. So yeah. Now I want to talk about thank you, Milton. I don't need a stick, but it could be handy. Yeah, yeah. And I hate violence, but what they're doing up there is violence. When you're firing warning shots at people, that's violence. In my mind, that's violence. Now, I'm sure that I'm forgetting something here, but I want to talk about the arrogance. You know, the arrogance of hunters. Not all hunters, but that kind of hunters up here. Um, their attitude is as follows. They actually believe that they are experts at anything wilderness related. They think that they are on the peak, or if there's a pyramid of skill sets, you know, and the experts on top, they believe they are the experts on top. They fail to see that hikers, in my mind, very experienced hikers, is probably, you know, people who have walked like across North America, and they are, in my mind, maybe, you know, the experts, you know, the top. They should be on top there. And I can admit that I don't have that experience. If you, I haven't walked, I don't have that experience, but still I know how to track animals. I know about nature. I'm trying my best to learn more, and I feel that you know, when you're out making videos, you you don't want to disturb the animals, you know, because um, it's something you like to film the animals, obviously. Now, because of the hunting, you don't see that in my videos. And the reason for that is that I know some of these people, they watch my videos, and I don't want to give the position of the animals away. Because, mind you, I have heard gunshots outside of the hunting season as well. And but anyway, they think that they are so great. They think that when the hunting season starts, everyone else need to move. Then the woods, the forest, is for the hunters, and all the people walking their dog, who has been walking their dog every day the rest of the year, they can't do that now, because now the hunters own the forest. So that arrogance, that they view themselves as the sons of wilderness, and it's while what they are really doing is that they are walking a maximum of 100 meters from their cars. They sit down and they use all manner of technical uh, stuff to make the hunting easier. So, and I have nothing but contempt for those people. So at right now, I don't know what to do. I have a very limited space to make where I can film my videos until Christmas, and I don't want to move outside of that space. I'll have to get creative, I guess. I will, of course, be reporting these people to the police. And it's funny because they think we can't see them. They have their camouflage jackets on and they think we can't see them. And it's like, I'm in about half an hour now. I'll walk up on the field, just a little bit out in the field, and I'll have a look. And if they're there, I will see them. I will see their tracks. I will see their rotund shapes hiding behind the trees. You know, when your body shape is that of balloon, don't hide behind trees. Okay, just a little piece of advice there. So the problem with the police is that I don't think they care. I am not impressed by the police here in Norway. I don't think they care, but we'll see. We'll see. So that was what I wanted to tell you. Yeah, balloon bodies. Yes, they are widest at the center, these people. Now, and I know lots of you guys, you are hunters. And I think that if you're still following me, you're not one of those guys, you know, that I'm talking about. Now, okay. Now I'll lots of messages now. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Vågen. Thanks for reminding you. No, sorry. Thanks for reminding me about the buying land. Yes. Now I'll try to explain it the way I was explained it yesterday when I talked to my friend, the landowner where they don't want hunting. You can buy land and you can prevent people from hunting there, and that I will do if they will sell. But probably they all know my attitude now because of these videos, partly because of these videos, and also because these people they grew up here, and they probably it's like I've never been part of this local community, to be honest. They are not inclusive people. They are not. So it's like, how should I put it? Well, yes, the house we bought 12 years ago, they still refer to that house as, oh, you live in, and then there's a name, the former owner's house. That's what they're saying. Oh, you live in, no, that's their house. No, I live in my house. I bought it. You imbecile. So, they will probably not sell to me because they know I want to allow hunting there. What I want to do is to buy the entire field, entire flipping field. Flipping, I can say flipping, yes. And there will be no hunting there. And I would even just rub it in. I would, what would I do? Maximum provocation, the field. I would probably, yes, I know what I want to do with the field. I want to leave it. And I want to have lots of flowers growing there, wild flowers. Good for the bees, the bumblebees and the bees. And there would be no hunting there. Now I would probably allow hunting, actually, if it was different, if it wasn't like this. But since they can't behave, there will be no hunting. And in the end, they will sell. They will sell because they need money, and they are not rich people. And that's I am, and they are not. So that's the way it is here in this world now. And they might not like that, but that's how it is. So let me just scroll up. Lots of messages. Thank you for all the messages. That's awesome. Oh, so many. Yeah, Wodan says, I like your nickname, by the way. Firing a gun with a man in your line of sight unless you're trying to end said man is homicidal. These men shouldn't have guns. They didn't actually fire with me in the line of sight, but they were warning. That was warning shots. I was just walking past and 2 gunshots, And Steve, yes, they are hunting very close to residential areas. Yes. I actually said that to this old guy who came up to me in the woods yesterday. I said, they are hunting all the field. They're right next to the houses. You can't do that. And he said, well, the rule is you can't hunt in populated areas. Well, yes, that is exactly what it is, right? These people, they give me a headache because of their stupidity sometimes. Now, but I think what's happening here is that people move in and they build houses. But these old guys, the landowners, they think that even though houses are, the populated area is getting closer and closer and into the woods, they still think that they can hunt exactly at the same spot as where they hunted 50 years ago. Well, it's because they don't use their brain, because they are stupid. That's why they think that. Now, all the messages went up here. I'm going to start here again. Now, let's see. Well, Trish, that's awesome. Well, thank you. I have a dream. I have many dreams, but yes, Viking village on the field. That would be awesome. Well, thank you, Corey. Thank you. And Berserker Gang 2019. Yes, follow his channel, everyone. And thank you. And Milton says, threatening a man even with warning shots is absolutely illegal in my country. Illegal, I guess, in my country, especially in a public forum. Yes, of course, it's illegal here as well. But they will say that, well, I shot at an animal. That's what they will say. Yes. Yes, you can't hunt near homes. Of course you can't, because now I don't know how this video will be monetized, and will be demonetized anyway, because we're talking about guns. But anyway, I don't care. Now I don't know how. Yes, I heard this very interesting thing. One of the landowners here, he said that, well, if you have a shotgun and you fire at someone from 50 meters, it doesn't matter, because it will only, it will only prick on your body. It won't hurt you. Just a little bit of pricking like this. I think he should try that. I think he should try that, being shot at with a shotgun from 50 meters away. And I think maybe he wouldn't like it. Trish, well, thank you. And I, so yes, 50 meters. I'm trying to, it's a bit early. I don't know how many feet that is. No, but 50 meters. So, I'm pretty sure that it's quite illegal as well to fire a shotgun at someone, even from 50 meters away. Yes. And okay, so yes, 150 feet. Okay. Yeah, they're not shooting at birds here. They're shooting at deer, like roe deer, and not deer, but roe deer and moose. So they don't have they don't use shotguns for that. I think. I hope. Okay. Yeah. And about the how many which percentage of hunters are irresponsible? That's very interesting. I have not met a responsible hunter. I'll say it again. I have never met a responsible hunter. I have met people who say that they are responsible hunters, but I have not met one outside of, I've talked to people, in social settings, and they've said, I'm a responsible hunter. But the hunters I've seen have all been behaving irresponsible. So maybe it's what I'm hoping is that I don't see the responsible hunters because they are deeper, further into the woods. That's what I'm hoping, so that you won't see them, you won't even hear them. But I don't know. So let me yes, I think it's a cultural thing, and I think these guys, they progress straight, they go straight from their computer games to the hunting. That's what's happening here, because they are a lot younger than me, most of them, and the landowners are typically a lot older, and they get money, So, but anyway, just to illustrate the attitude here, it seems to be like on a national level. Yesterday, in the news, I don't know why the news was on, because Norwegian news is a little bit like, they should have a headline. This is the news. This is where we tell you what we think you should think. But anyway, they had they were talking about all the animals, the moose, all the moose that are being killed in car accidents now. And they had, to me, it hurts, and it hurts me to see moose being hit by animals, because they had this, they used this dashboard cameras, and it's horrible to see. But they were showing everything, and normally, if there are people, then they won't show it, but and one of those moose were, one of the leg was 90 degrees like this. It was lying, it got hit by a car, and it rolled around on the road, and one of the leg was 90 degrees, broken. So they did not mention the suffering, the pain, the suffering of those animals with one single word. There was this Rotown guy, I like that word, and he had hit a moose, and he said, well, I'm still very shaken by the experience. Of course, and I've actually hit the moose, but it ended well, because I was able to hit the brake just in the last moment, so I bumped into it a little bit, but it didn't fall over, and I think it wasn't hurt. So it just happened so quickly, and you can't, it's not. I'm not blaming the drivers, of course. Now, I actually know why we see this at this time of the year, because last year, now my wife is in the police. She's a police attorney, and the police know very well why this is happening at this time of the year. It's because of the hunting. Now, they said, the journalist said that, well, it's because of the snow. Because of the snow, the animals they go down to the wood, the roads and so on. But that's just nonsense because we don't have snow in all of Norway during winter, and it's just exactly the same here where I live, and we don't have snow here. It's because of the hunters. It's because of the disruption of the peace and natural balance out in the woods that we have scared animals running around, and they will sometimes just run out into the onto the roads, and they get hit by cars. Um, that was not mentioned with one word. And it's not true that. Now, how should I put it? The hunting has direct consequences on the safety for drivers. Every year, people are killed when they hit moose because of the hunting. And that's a very unpleasant truth for those hunters. The way they are behaving, that's what happens. Well, Steve, good to see you here. I know it's over there in America, in Canada. It's very late, so but it's good to see you here. And yes, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I know I'm making this this live stream public, and I don't care. These people, they don't like me, but I don't care because it's like a handful of local guys, and it's the way I see it. Their days are numbered because lots of people from other places are moving in. They are building new houses here, and they can't continue using the local fields as their hunting ground. You know, that can't go on. Um, that's just not safe. And if they don't understand that, they will have to take the consequences. And one of those consequences is that I will walk up to the field now and I will see if they're there. And if they are there, I will call the police. And if the police doesn't show up, I will call the police again. I do not accept hunting a stone's throw from my house. But you're not in populated area. Yeah, you know, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, there are houses all around me, but I live on, my house is next to the field and the woods. So now Milton says, well, anybody that gets upset with you complaining about getting shot at, I don't think you'd want to associate with them. I mean, I don't want to associate with trash. Exactly. Please do a live stream when you walk up there. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I will do that. It's still dark, but we'll see. In a little while now, it will be enough light to do a live stream up there. And Pavel says, what about kids playing on, yeah, playing, yes, up there, you know, in the, it's in the woods there. Yes, that's a very good point. And I should have said so before, but the kindergarten, now listen to this, the kindergarten have a campsite in the middle of the hunting area. They have, like a campfire place, and they have a tarp there, and the kindergarten go there once or twice a week, and they have lunch there. Now, I don't think the kindergarten doesn't go there in the weekends, but what if the local kids, want to go there and play? You know? So these hunters, are they going to shoot even though there are kids there? What are they going to do then? I know what they're going to do. They are going to shout at the kids with an angry voice. That's what they're going to do. And so they're sitting out there with their guns, and it's like they keep the whole local community on their toes for 3 months a year. And I think that needs to stop. Yeah, the kids camp, Steve, that you've seen in a video, that's exactly, yes, that's the place. Bunyip, well, the local government, they are a little bit, the whole system here, they're a little bit inbred. It's like they're all cousins. So you can't count on the local government. I know I'm being nasty now, but it's partly true. And Luke says, how many times do these hunters need to hunt to shoot a deer? That's what I'm thinking as well. If they are so responsible, they should, and there is a limit. They can't just shoot a lot of animals. That's one gunshot in my mind. One. And the animal is dead. And that's it. But they're up there every weekend. So they are trigger happy. Yeah, Trish, good point there. The local newspaper is very much on the hunter's side. I've seen it before, and yeah, these guys are what happen when cousins marry. These are the kind of people who you wouldn't trust to sit the right way on a toilet. Yes, Tony, exactly. Well, they're probably drunk. I hope not, but all the beer cans I'm finding up there, that bottle of up by the wooden Lavvo. Last time I was there was an empty vodka bottle, and the what you call the shotgun holsters, the little red, stuff. By the campfire there. So someone had been sitting there. Shells, yes. Yes. Guns and alcohol don't mix. Well, the local hunters, they don't agree. And what happens? DPFX9999 says, what happened to the motto? If you can take it with you when you need to take everything, leave no trace. That's what you're saying, and they don't care. They don't care. They even burnt the car tire that was up at where the kindergarten have their playing ground there, and you know, they had a car tire tied to a rope so that the kids could sit in the tire and swing back and forth. And now after the hunting season started, I went up there and the tire was burnt. Someone had set fire to the tire. Yeah. So that's how it is here now, and it's like this every year. But I think it has become worse, which is funny because I know from I have been informed that yes, well, no, they live here. These people, I know who they are. They live close by. I have been informed that lots of these guys are losing their. They are every year. They have to. There is some kind of membership, so that you have to have that to be allowed to be a part of to hunt in these woods. So every year they have to cancel memberships because people are not behaving. And I think they you know, you have to really misbehave to be sacked. So that my impression is that it's getting worse, and I can't understand because if they sack people from the hunting groups there, how can it get worse? I mean, I don't understand what's happening there. Okay. Gather the trash and dump it in their own yards. Well, I would if I knew who did exactly what, but it's like I never know who is doing what up there. Yeah. Yes. So let me just finish this live stream by saying that this video will be watched by some of these guys, probably, and I'm okay with that because they are cowards, and it's not like they will be nasty to me because they won't dare to be nasty to me. They will. They are only tough when they have their gun, when they're sitting there in their camouflage jacket, thinking that they're Rambo. I don't know what goes on in their tiny little brains up there, but I don't know. Maybe it's best we don't know. Yeah, they are, yes, Milton says maybe they might realize you can't go around being a terrorist. That's actually what they were doing, terrorizing somebody to terrorize. Yes, yes. Now, I think that they cling on to that arrogance of, you know, that attitude that, you know, the hunters are, what's the word, on the peak of the pyramid there. And they are all the other people. They don't know where food comes from. We don't know we don't know where food comes from, and yes, they think they're so superior, and we're not. Yeah, yeah. They think they are mountain men, and it's like it's so funny in a way because they think you can't see them. They are even so childish. They think you can't see them. And I've been walking very close to these people, and I know they can't see me and they can't hear me, and they, you know, they sit there and they think that they are so great. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Well, I can't smell them. I'm glad I can't smell them, but yeah. Yeah, so okay. I think I will end this live stream now, and I will take my camera with me as soon as it gets. I need some more. I'm looking out the window. I need some more light. And to answer that question, there, the next video on mental health. I don't know if that's the right term to use, because it's more than that, you know. But that kind of video, I know what you're meaning. I know what you mean, and will be up later today. Well, it's morning. It's Saturday morning here in Norway, so it will be up in about 12 hours. I think it is 10 to 12 hours. Well, thank you, Trish. I'm glad that you were patient and with me, because I had a little bit of trouble with the live stream to get the chat working. Yeah, well, good to see you all, and I will actually be back in just a little while now, and yeah, okay. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.